Hey there, you're with SCAD Radio More Than Music. This is Sara,
And Raine.
the film and TV majors who talk about film and TV, and you are watching
Roomtone.
Welcome to episode 3, the SCAD Savannah Film Festival Debrief.
Wow. Very exciting stuff.
Finally, we made it through, which is really cool. SCAD Savannah Film Festival is the largest university-run film festival in the world. The official description of the festival is as follows.
Oh boy.
That was probably loud. Set against the fall backdrop of the South's most beautiful city, the SCAD Savannah Film Festival welcomes more than 60,000 guests for an 8-day celebration of cinematic excellence and creativity. Each October, SCAD transforms historic Savannah into a film lover's paradise, presenting competition film screenings, gala premieres, special screenings, workshops, and panels with lauded industry guests, award-winning professionals, and emerging student filmmakers.
Nailed it.
Love it. Love it. And we're SCAD students, so we have the awesome opportunity to take advantage of this festival.
It's a crazy opportunity. You meet some crazy people. Not crazy people. It's just crazy that you meet those people. Most people do not get that opportunity in college.
Yeah, they kind of are crazy people. You kind of have to be, I think.
Low-key, yeah.
Fair enough. We have a lot to talk about today. We saw how many films? I don't know. I didn't count.
I didn't either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to be talking about 10 films today.
All right, let's get started then.
So I started off on Saturday, I believe, by myself.
Sorry.
Say boo, everyone boo Sarah.
Boo.
Okay, so I saw No Other Choice. Park Chan-wook was there, which was wild to see. He had a lovely translator, and he was just very cool to listen to. But No Other Choice, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't necessarily what I would call my cup of tea.
That's okay.
I enjoyed it though. There was definitely like some really creative cinematography. One of like the most notable parts is like they put you inside of a glass of beer or like a chalice of beer.
I love being
Like,
inside a glass of beer.
It looks like the Chili's chalices. Except
you love those.
you know, yes I do. And except it's glass. There's no name for it, and I'm feeling really dumb
a
right
stein?
now.
Like a beer stein? Is that what that's called?
I
Or just
don't
like a
know.
mug?
Hey, someone
A
Google
mug
that.
of beer?
So really cool. I think they attached cameras to the actual like beer mug itself, and it was like to emphasize because this character is sober. Him like falling off the wagon, and they kind of made it super dramatic, and they had like a billion angles of it. One of them looked like a Smart Water commercial I've literally seen. I think where they attach the camera and then they drink the water.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that vibe.
Yeah.
Insane plot. Very relevant now about a man losing his job, and the lengths he's willing to go to get his job back. Park Chan-wook based this off of a novel, that American novel,
Okay.
and adapted it to Korea and Korean culture, which ended up fitting even better, especially for like one of the iconic lines where it's like, in America, when you get fired, they say you got axed. In Korea, we say off with your head.
Right. Love it.
So crazy, but very
Yeah.
relevant again. And I learned a little bit about how serious it is to lose your job in Korea. The character goes to like a support group. It's a big deal, like
I believe it.
really bad. But yeah, that's all I have to say on No Other Choice. It was good.
No, that sounds great. I actually didn't know a lot of that, and I was supposed to go, but I was on set that weekend. It was worth it. I did what I had to do, and I ended up having a great shoot, but I'm really sad that I had to miss No Other Choice.
It's okay. It was good. You should go see it during winter break.
I probably will, honestly. One thing we saw together, this was Sunday, I believe?
Yes,
On
at
Sunday?
11 a.m. Odd time, to be
I
honest,
mean-
to digest a film like this, but it is what it is.
It was something, but it was a great watch. It was one battle after another. Everybody collab for DW. Yay.
He was great. We We're a little late to this. Who said that? We were a
Who
little
said
late.
that?
We did miss like the first 5 minutes. I don't know what happened. I have absolutely no impression of what could have possibly happened in the first 5 minutes of that movie. I mean, I have like a slight maybe I have a little bit of an idea, but really, I do not know.
Once it comes on streaming, we're just gonna like pop on the first like 5 minutes and be
Yeah.
like, okay, now we've seen the whole thing.
Recap.
No, yeah. I think my favorite movie quote that I have right now is from this film, and it's just lunatic, hater, punk trash, drug and alcohol lover.
Who says that?
I think Leonardo DiCaprio's character uses it to describe himself.
Word. Okay, right.
I could be wrong. I don't even remember, but I wrote that down in the theater. I put my iPhone like under my sweatshirt so that I could write that
Full
down.
brightness.
No. That's why it was under
She
my
lit up the
sweatshirt. I
whole
was like
theater.
I was like typing. We were in the back anyway, girl.
It's true. It's true. We
Oh
were.
yeah, all the way up. All the way
Yeah.
up. I also found this Letterboxd review by a user named Miko that says, "It's like Finding Nemo if the dad was a stoner alcoholic and woke."
I will say, woke Leonardo DiCaprio felt a little weird, considering. No comment on that.
That's enough.
It felt a little odd. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say it.
It's for the best.
But I do think his character was well written, and it was like believable despite no comment. It did feel a little weird, but overall, super fast paced movie. I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I took a deep breath for the 3 hours. It was. And it did feel long. Nobody agrees with me on this. It felt long, but not in a bad way. It was just like I was aware a lot of time was passing.
Yeah, no, it was like a 3-hour panic attack.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it felt that long. I wouldn't have guessed that we were sitting there for 3 hours. I didn't know how long it was ahead of time. I would have guessed that we were maybe sitting there for 2 to 2.5. But
It was 2:45.
yes, yeah, I wouldn't have
I'm
guessed
rounding
that.
up.
They got me. I was in there hook, line, and sinker. Like I was paying attention.
I mean, that's truly a beautiful thing, because I mean, with nowadays getting my attention for 3 hours, that's a lot of work.
And I need the theater for that, truly. Like
It's
if
true.
I'm at home, it's a lot more difficult. I'm looking at all the things I need to do, or my phone is right there and it's buzzing, you know. Whereas if I'm in the theater, you have no choice to be locked in. You paid money to be
play
there.
Block Blast in the theater.
I dare you to try.
Full brightness playing Block Blast in the theater, sound on.
You're gonna get smacked.
Honestly,
Probably by me.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's crazy.
but DW.
DW, we love you. You did so good. I don't know if I should like say it that way because obviously the character was questionable. But
Questionable at best.
questionable at best. Like I can't even repeat the things he said, but like DW did so good.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Raine, girl, are you feeling okay? You look different.
Wait, what the heck? Oh my gosh. Hi guys, my name is Ellie. This is my debut on the Room Tone podcast.
Yay!
I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, we have Ellie here for this segment because I saw the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles short and Arco with Ellie here at the Savannah Film Festival, and Raine was super lame, so she didn't come.
Yeah, she didn't come with us. I'm an animation student here at SCAD, so I had to drop in for the animation part of the SCAD Film Festival.
Absolutely, and we love to have you.
Thank you so much. Let's
So
get right
exciting.
into it, girl.
Let's get into it. Let's talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know you have a lot to say about this short film.
Okay, well, me and Sarah got there. We actually thought it was going to be a full movie.
I did think it was going to be a full-length film.
I was really excited for it to be a full movie, but the short was amazing.
It was good.
They mentioned ChatGPT within the first 30 seconds, and Sarah leans over to me. She's just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're sponsored by ChatGPT. Like, they're pushing an agenda.
I was so nervous. I was like, oh no, because they like name dropped it too. So I'm like, oh no, are they getting like money from OpenAI? Is this like an OpenAI like commercial, like
Yeah.
I don't know, I was nervous.
But it was nothing of the sort. It was actually the complete opposite. It was a commentary on AI and how it's affecting like everything really, especially the entertainment business. And I feel like everything about the short like kind of like embodied that, especially like the retro style that they kind of had with the like mix of 3D animation and live action, like kind of just like is the complete opposite to the just like clean slate, soulless, like minimalistic AI kind of vibe. And the directors did a talk afterwards, and they were just like, I think it'd be so funny if we just like added a bunch of fingers to the live action AI kids. Like,
yes, and it was hilarious because I actually didn't even notice that. I almost need to rewatch it now, like knowing that.
Yeah, I would love to rewatch it again. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it honestly like it was really refreshing. Honestly, that and Arco, I feel like both of them kind of like were, I don't know, kind of a commentary on how the way things are going in like big corporations, especially in animation, of just like trying to be a moneymaker for like whatever film they're doing. And like it was kind of refreshing just to see that there are like people who actually care about the art still, and like aren't afraid to like stand up to those kind of people, especially with like an IP like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Right.
Like I feel like obviously they were challenged financially. I mean, it was only a 7-minute short, and they wanted it to be 4 minutes, and they had to really like stretch out their resources to make it like kind of like that. But I thought they still like stayed true to, it was a really like, it looked like a passion project. It was really like well done.
It was beautiful.
It was, yeah. And also just like the story, the choreography, everything about it was amazing.
Yes,
I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, it's one of my favorite things, and this did so much justice to it. The first one was great, and then this one was like, a great add-on to it.
Yes, really I love that. It. And the robot was voiced by Gabe from The Office. I never know his name, but he's Gabe in The Office.
Love The Office.
Rest in peace, Gabe from The Office. He's alive, but I don't know his name, so sorry
Gabe to that
from
man.
The Office. Yeah. Let's talk about Arco. Arco is a French sci-fi fantasy drama. I want to say the director's name so bad, but I really should have Googled pronunciation.
Go for it.
Hugo Bean no. Bienvenue.
You can put it in post.
Yeah, I might have to.
Bonjour, je suis Hugo Bienvenu, le réalisateur d'Arco.
Arco had its Southeastern premiere at SCAD Film Fest. And we originally bought our tickets for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then I was like, wait, I don't even know what Arco is. We thought it was just like double featuring.
Yeah, you went into it completely blind.
Absolutely blind. Yeah, I had no idea. I didn't know anything other than the fact that it was animated.
Right. Yeah. I was actually given a free ticket by my animation professor. Shout out, love her. And she shared the trailer for us in class when she gave out the tickets.
Very cool.
If I'm honest, the trailer did not grab me. And it's honestly, for me, it does not take much for me to enjoy a movie. Like, if you put me in front of a movie and I watch the whole thing, like, I'm going to say it was a good movie. Like,
period.
But I was pretty neutral about the trailer. Obviously, the trailer didn't really get into anything about the movie. It was just, like, basically, like, time-traveling rainbow people, which I was just like, okay, fun, but what's the movie gonna do with that? Was my, like, first impression of the trailer, but all I can say is they did that. Like, we cried.
No, it was so good. I was sobbing, like, so audibly. The person next to me, like, kept, like, looking at me. Argo, it was so well written. It was extremely moving. Originally in French, the English dub had an incredibly famous American cast. I'm going to read this because I can't even remember how many people are in here. We have the voices of Will Ferrell, America Ferrera, Andy Samberg, Natalie Portman, who was also a producer, Mark Ruffalo, and Flea. They were all like immediately recognizable, and they also just brought like so much heart and humor to their characters. It was amazing.
Yeah, the director talk afterwards, he did mention about how the English dub, the actors really like kind of took it and ran with it, not in that like their names, but just like what they did with the characters. Was just like added to the movie even more. But yeah, I think that just like overall, like the movie in general, I think just like the way that they played with like the social dynamics of the future.
Yeah.
And honestly, they almost like made you like buy into them, like by the end, like with that one scene. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
But I feel like, yeah, I think like you wouldn't like necessarily like think anything nice about robots in general, but I feel like they really yeah, that says it all.
Mickey the robot, I love you.
Yeah.
I love you.
But considering the art style, the opening sequence pulled me right into the style, like from the beginning with the birds flying off into the sky.
Beautiful.
I was just like, oh, this is gonna be good. But I was reviewing some of my animation peers, their reviews that they posted to the discussion board about the movie. And honestly, my peers some of them did not really think that, they did not really love the art style.
Really?
Yeah. I have some quotes.
Sure, fire them off.
They said, yeah, first and last name. One of my people in my class said it was lacking personal identity, and it was trying to be Studio Ghibli.
I don't agree with that even a little.
I don't either. I think that that's ridiculous.
I think first of all, it was very different in art style. If anything, it was so different that it like took me a minute to get used to and to like appreciate. And I get that it was something very different than we're used to seeing.
I agree.
But I think that that's just a testament to the fact that they weren't copying anyone else.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was doing a little bit of research about it today, and I was just looking up French animation, and actually, like, it doesn't really take any inspiration from like Studio Ghibli, like anime. They also said that it was trying to be anime, but
trying to be anime
is crazy. But I feel like it looks like it drew way more inspiration on just like other like French animated films. One of them, The Long Way North, and Persepolis. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But I feel like it was much more inspired by French animation than it was anything else, which makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's a French film.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I do think that the art style was the way that they like blended 2D and 3D animation. I thought it was a little hard to get used to, but
sure,
maybe took 5 minutes, like, and then I was on board for the rest of the movie. Like,
yeah.
By no means did I ever feel that it looked uninspired or like lacking personal identity. We didn't have to do a review, so all of the people who did reviews had that to say about it, which I thought in class people actually thought about how people actually talked about how good the writing was and how good
good, because it was very well written.
It was
great.
And also just like the animation, the color palette, like it all like just like tied very well into that. Obviously it was about rainbows, but with the little like 3 little stooges, the primary color men.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love them.
Yeah.
The 3 little stooges. Love that.
I mean, what else were they?
True.
But yeah, my favorite part of the movie was probably the writing. I thought it was, I mean, it made you laugh, it made you cry. What more do you want?
The only thing that I want is to be able to watch it again and again. Like, I need this on DVD, like, right now.
Yeah. Amazing.
No, I love it. Thank you so much, Ellie.
Of course. Hope to be featured on the pod again soon.
Very soon indeed. Comment down below if you want Ellie on the pod.
Please, guys.
One lucky winner will get Ellie to come to their house and read all of her movie reviews to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will happen.
Yeah, I got you guys.
Awesome.
Okay, thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
Hamnet.
Hamnet. Let's talk about it.
This movie changed my life.
I agree. I think this is probably Jessie Buckley's like best performance yet, and that's definitely saying something because Jessie Buckley is always great. But like her, oh my gosh,
She
like
made me cry hard.
oh, it was heart-wrenching. It was beautiful. And like Paul Mescal also delivered an amazingly like raw and honest and just beautiful performance.
TBH, that's about where my expectations are for him at this point.
No, yeah. And I'll get into that real quick actually because I saw a Letterboxd review that I thought was funny and then I was like, wait. This review is by the user Allure. Paul Mescal's relentless quest to play the saddest, most broken men alive continues, and this might just be his magnum opus. And I love this review because I thought it was funny, but I sincerely hope this is not his magnum opus. I need him to keep going because he's doing so good. He is delivering performance after performance, like in everything that he does, and I need him to keep going. I need him to keep topping himself because so far so good, Paul.
I mean, hard to get better than this movie, I won't lie to you.
True.
She might be going in my top 4.
Really?
I really, really enjoyed it.
Good for you.
I was completely and totally obsessed with the cinematography.
It was great.
It took me a second to get used to, I'm not gonna lie, because I had seen something like this before. It reminded me a lot of The Zone of Interest.
Okay.
Just because The Zone of Interest was meant to be this third-person perspective, a lot of there's like minimal camera movements. It's meant to be kind of like you're watching this family kind of just do their thing,
Right.
live their lives amidst atrocities. But I ended up, it grew on me, and the particular scene where I fell in love with it was when the main character, her name is hard to pronounce, but when the main character, the woman, she gives birth in the forest.
I don't know how to pronounce her name either.
It was like a little tricky, but not too tricky. I should know it.
Her name is literally Agnes.
No, they didn't say it like that though. Anyways, that shot was just mystifying. I don't know, it was just so beautiful. And I was thinking about sound a little bit too. Definitely heavily reliant on lavs with how many wide shots there were, and like that would be the only coverage a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So quite a difficult task that they kind of overcame. Towards the end, I could at the end of the second act, I just couldn't hold it together.
Oh my god. No, me neither.
There was some just like brilliant child acting happening.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Which definitely with this story, it could make or break it, and it made it. And like I hate a bad child actor. I just want to yell at them. I hate a bad child actor.
You never even met a bad child actor.
No. Like through the screen. I'm like, why?
I'm picturing you just in front of a child actor being like, I hate you.
A 12-year-old.
A 6-year-old.
I hate you.
I hate you.
No, but it was just so gorgeous, and then at the end, it just like solidified that like the entire movie, the point of the entire movie and Hamlet, the play itself, is just kind of perpetuating this mother's grief through generations and generations of people. If I think about it too much, I'll cry again. These millions of people have felt exactly what she felt because her son was immortalized in this play.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that before.
I didn't either.
I just like it was breathtaking, and like all of the cinematography at the end obviously was super breathtaking and beautiful, and I just like literally I can't my life changed. Like we were walking out of the theater on our way to our other movie, which
yes,
we will get to
sucking
soon.
my tears back up into my eyes so that I can run at full speed to the other theater for Is This Thing On?
Still sniffling.
Well, yeah, I was like in go mode though. I like the credits hit and I was like, okay, but we gotta go. I'm like dragging you out of the theater, like I'm holding your hand to make sure I don't lose you.
Never wanted to sit through credits more in my life. I know, and we couldn't.
And honestly, I'll go on my rant right now.
Yeah.
That like I understand that at a film festival things are moving fast paced. You have like things back to back and there's like several theaters in areas, and so a lot of the time you have to get up and go to your next thing, and it's important to be really respectful when you're doing that, because I feel like there's a lot of people that I noticed at the festival this year who were just not sitting through the credits, whether they had somewhere to be, fine.
Well, it was happening with the late night ones too, where I'm like, I know you don't have any place to go after this. You can sit down for the next 15 minutes.
Yes, people getting up during the credits. It's like, we're at a film festival. We're here to celebrate the masterpiece, like this masterpiece, and the marvel that is filmmaking. And you can't just sit and at least pretend to read the credits of the people who made this for you. I just think it's super disrespectful.
It was odd.
If you have somewhere to be, like, that's totally understandable. This is a film festival, but that's when you get up quietly and you leave. But like immediately people are talking, are walking out, and like chatting, and it's
There's a lot more people than I remember last year for sure.
Yeah, like sit and watch the credits, you know? A lot of the time, like it's actually really fun. Sometimes you'll get extra scenes, sometimes you'll get like a really awesome like bonus like piece of soundtrack that's going over the credits. Like, appreciate it, you know?
Yeah, we were like the last ones left, and Is This Thing On, I feel.
I know the way everybody got up and left, and I get that it's been a long day, but it's just like it's kind of the least you can do, because these people are also, they're here.
Yeah.
They're here, and they're watching you walk out before their name comes on screen.
Well, Will Arnett's name was one of the first.
Will Arnett was Will Arnetting. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's talk about Is This Thing On? Obviously, this film was hilarious. We had Will Arnett, Laura Dern, and Bradley Cooper, who not only played a character, but also he directed this.
Mm-hmm.
It was exceptionally raw and honest, as well as funny, and Bradley Cooper has directed some good films in the past. He did A Star Is Born.
Mm-hmm.
But in my opinion, this is his best. It was really good.
Yeah, I will say I have like little to no expectations of Will Arnett, because the only thing I've seen that he's been in, and I've seen it multiple times, and it is one of my favorite movies of all time, is the Lego Batman movie. Okay? So I couldn't even grasp that he was capable of something like this. Call me horrible, okay?
No, it's okay.
I just did not know he had the range, all right?
No, I spent all summer watching Arrested Development, and so I definitely had a certain expectation of Will Arnett, and I think, like he said in his podcast with Josh Horowitz at the beginning, before the screening, that was great, by the way.
Ooh, I have a clip from that after you're done talking.
Oh, so good. But he literally said how he wanted to do something different. He wanted to show what he could do. And I think he did very well.
He definitely did. It was very real.
It was great.
But this is the best photo anyone's ever gotten of Will Arnett. Right there. You see? I put an arrow so you could see.
Amazing. Will Arnett.
I got his Lego Batman voice. You could barely hear it because I was like, oh my god, he's gonna do the thing. And I threw my phone up.
Like the most intense ever.
That's it. That's all I got. And I'm sad about it, but like that's all he said in his Lego Batman
But
voice.
It's good, and I'm so glad you have that now.
Yeah, no, me too. I love that movie so much.
I know you do. I know you do. We live together, by the way. I know you do. I don't know if they know that. Not all of them. They do now.
Well, that's true. Actually, we haven't come out as roommates
We
yet.
we haven't come out as roommates yet. This is our official coming out.
Guys, I know it's controversial.
One lucky commenter will get our address.
One lucky commenter will cause us to get doxxed
Yeah, one lucky commenter will get to move into the spare bedroom.
next year.
Don't tell them that. Anyways, I loved the Peyton Manning cameo. That was hilarious to me.
So, I have a problem with most of the time middle-aged white men. I can't recognize them. I have a really hard time. Famous middle-aged white men, and you
Normal
know,
ones
also
too.
normal ones too. But everybody started like cheering or laughing when Peyton Manning came on screen. And I was like, "Who is this man? Who is that?" And I had to check with Sarah at the end, and I was like, "Is that Peyton Manning?" And she was like, "Yes."
Well, like, even if you don't know him from the football, he does
should know
Allstate
him.
commercials.
I know I should know him. It's just it was hard, okay? He looks the same as everyone.
And you know who he kind of looks like? He kind of looks like that guy from Succession.
I didn't watch Succession.
Okay, next.
The only person I know from Succession is Kieran Culkin.
Love Kieran Culkin.
Love him.
Saw him last year at Film Fest.
Yes, I just got the 1 year ago today photo, and I was like,
I love that man.
we did have to run out of that one too to go to another one.
We didn't
We
even
ran
get
out
to
of
hear him
A
speak
Real
for very
Pain
long.
to go see to Y2K, and I was
Yeah.
very sad about it. Even more so now because I was such a fan of A Real Pain.
A Real Pain was really great.
Yeah.
As far as Is This Thing On goes, I always find this portrayal of love really interesting. I kind of talked about this as we were leaving the theater. There's like the romantic ideal of partnership, and then there's the more pragmatic elements of being someone's partner and like of like love as an act. Like friendship, respect, shared history. They're at the core of partnership, but where does that go when the love fades? And I think for a lot of people in reality it turns to resentment or to anger, especially depending on how maybe that partnership ended. But I like that this film explores the beauty of those things lingering as they are. It's about these two people who have a shared history. They are best friends and they respect each other as people, as past partners, and as co-parents to these children. And I think that's a really beautiful exploration of divorce, which usually sucks.
Yeah.
Divorce sucks.
It was just real.
It was really real, and I really liked it a lot. It really it touched my little heart.
Yep. And it was very intimate, and oh my god, big surprise, Raine's gonna talk about cinematography again.
Ugh.
Whenever he was doing stand up, it was a lot of handheld stuff, which I
Yeah.
thought was a very interesting choice. It made it feel a lot more intimate, and I think it was purposeful because when you're doing stand up, you can't escape the fact that you are standing up in front of a bunch of people,
Oh yeah.
yapping to them, and don't let the audience escape that either, which I loved.
Yeah.
And especially when mild spoiler, maybe he has a bit of a breakdown on stage, maybe not. Okay, who said that?
Who wouldn't?
And it was so interesting that they kept that while Will Arnett is having a breakdown. And when you're that close to an actor, when they have to do that much acting, that can be really tough. But man, he sold the hell out of it. I thought he did a wonderful job, and it just looked so beautiful as well. They lit it really well, the way he was on stage with like all
Oh,
the
yeah.
cool lights, and I thought it was like really beautifully shot, which I don't see a ton with dramedies, and I didn't expect with something with Will Arnett, to be honest.
Oh yeah. I get what
But-
you mean.
And then we get to the end sequence, which was just like kind of brilliant.
Amazing.
Um,
even.
There's some little kids singing Under Pressure. Not very well, might I? They
Not
did
very
a
well.
pretty good job. The instruments sounded
12-year-olds.
great, but I don't know if that was really them.
Oh, most definitely was not.
I don't know. You never know.
You never know.
But basically, the sound kind of fades from these children singing into David Bowie and Freddie Mercury like actually singing the song, and then slowly it kind of like takes over, and it's through the whole theater, and it sounds so good.
And the visuals at this point they're so beautiful, and you're at like this really touching like conclusion to the film.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like, if y'all do see this movie, see it in a theater just for that ending sequence.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that.
No, I agree. It was a gorgeous ending. I think collectively though, we all have to agree that the under pressure ending sequence belongs to After Sun.
You're biased because Paul Mescal, but you are also a little right. They're a little tied for me, but maybe I have to
No
rewatch
way.
After Sun.
No way. Because at the end of After Sun, I'm like sobbing, pooping my pants. Like that movie is so heartbreaking. And I guess that is like kind of the difference, is that this is more of a heartwarming moment.
Right.
But just Under Pressure starts playing and I immediately start shaking. I'm like, oh my gosh, Paul Mescal. Paul Mescal, don't do it.
Don't do it, Paul.
Don't do it, Paul. No, After Sun is one of my favorite films of all time. And so I love an Under Pressure ending, but I don't think that it can top After Sun.
Watched it on a plane. Cried in front of 2 strangers.
I was
What can
lucky
I say?
enough that I had a friend who had a movie club that he hosted in a screening room. Shout out Jay. I love you. I miss you. And he played After Sun. I'd actually never seen After Sun before, and I got to kind of pseudo watch it in a theater. And it was an amazing experience, and I'm like scared to rewatch it because I just don't know if it's going to hit the same.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's just so different. That's why I say go to the theater to watch this, because the sound system in a theater is not like what you have in your house, most likely.
Unless you're really cool.
And if you are, invite us over.
Yeah.
If you have that, hey, I want to come over.
Put your address in the comments.
You have to dox yourself in the comments. No, don't do that. But I just like, it's a completely different experience. No matter what kind of sound bar or sound system you have in your home, going to a theater, it's so worth the experience, and especially with bonding with other people. And I'm single-handedly trying to make sure movie theaters don't go out of business, guys.
It's $10 and it's
On a Tuesday, most of the time.
I don't know if we can plug that. I don't know about your local theater, but I know there are places around here where they do cheap Tuesdays and such, and like it's $7 to go to the theater and see something in just like the way it's meant to be watched. It's
True.
Beautiful.
It is.
Your 4K TV, as good as it is, it can't compare.
Nope. Can't.
Can't
Boo.
and won't.
Moving on to Jeff Buckley. It's never over.
Oh,
Sad.
it's never over.
I love Jeff Buckley. Lover You Should Have Come Over is one of my favorite songs of all time. It is my favorite
So
song of all
good.
time, actually. You can't beat it.
No.
I haven't found anything, at least. It used to be Night Shift by Lucy Dacus, if that tells you anything about me as a person.
It tells me that you are gay.
And sad.
Oh, honey. It's okay.
All right.
Anyway, Jeff Buckley's story is as inspiring as it is heartbreaking, I fear. Truly, I do believe, and I think a lot of people now recognize that he is like one of the greatest musicians of all time.
Absolutely.
This was just a super well-made documentary.
Yeah, it was just, his story is so incredibly tragic, especially with the way it ended, where you thought it was going to be some kind of psychotic break, but then he was getting better.
Oh,
That's the worst
heart.
part. I didn't know about that. I didn't know anything about how he died. I feel like
neither,
kind
really.
of weird looking up how people died most of the time, unless I'm like really trying to prove a point. It just feels kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I understand that.
But I mean, with Jeff Buckley, I just like, it did a great job depicting his just raw talent, because it, like, sometimes it would just be his vocals and you could just hear how impeccable he was at it, and his range, and also his intelligence. He could sing in another language, and he kind of understood it, and he was just so smart. This I did not know. I mean, obviously, like, you know, I didn't think he was dumb, but
Of course.
didn't know he was, like, notably, like, definitely a very intelligent man. Like, and I also think they did a great job, like, depicting grief from, like, a sudden, unexpected death, especially if somebody's so young.
Somebody who was doing better, who was supposed to make it out, you know?
Right. Yeah, and that's the worst part.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Oh.
the only thing I found maybe, like, a little odd was some of the technical stuff, and maybe I was just paying too much attention to what was going on and I was just missing things, but I felt like there was a lack of, like, labeling who was speaking sometimes, and I would get a little confused. But this was overall, like, I loved their approach with this documentary. They had this really awesome animation going on. I was under the impression, I don't know anything for sure, but I was under the impression that these were drawings of Jeff's they then animated. Beautiful, touching, amazing. I loved it so much.
They didn't have a lot of, like, media to work with, so I think that was kind of them putting more of him into the movie.
And it got me.
Yeah, and the archives were pretty limited. At least that's what the director said. She stayed afterwards.
Very
and
cool person.
told us very cool stuff. She was very cool.
Oh, yeah.
And I just, like, I wrote this down. I said, why would I accept I love you when he wrote all my blood for the sweetness of her laughter?
Write that down. Right, like, I don't even know what to say. Speechless.
No, and I just, like, think that, especially in that song, you hear this, like, yearning, and it's like a way, and it's like this feeling that words could never even touch, and I think that's so unique. I don't know if I found that anywhere else with anyone else.
No, I think it's so impressive, and it takes such a special soul to even come up with words like that. It's really beautiful. I need my boyfriend to take notes, first of all. I'm just kidding.
She's a tear that hangs inside my soul forever.
She's the tear that hangs inside my soul forever. Yeah, write that down. Write that down, boo.
Yeah, I just most lyrics from that song are freaking amazing. It's
my
a
kingdom
masterpiece.
for a kiss upon her shoulder. Wow, I'm getting chills, and I'm also getting sweaty. Like,
well, it's hot in here.
It is.
It's really hot in here. My cheeks are probably bright red. Sorry.
I don't know. I can't see him. Turn around. Get it? Cheeks.
I'm gonna cut that out.
No, that's so funny.
Okay.
My
so,
biggest hater.
Moving on. I did not see this movie. Sarah's gonna yap about it.
You're supposed to see this movie with me, but you had a rough week, so I'll catch you up a little.
For those of you who don't know, I have postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome as well, also known as POTS, and chronic fatigue. So, film festival kicked my ass.
It did. It kicked all of our asses, but I think yours especially. You had a lot going on other than Film Fest as well. But let's talk about Twinless. So Twinless was the directorial debut of James Sweeney, who was also a lead actor in this film. It also featured award-winning actor Dylan O'Brien. I love Dylan O'Brien. I was like a YA dystopian middle schooler, so I loved The Maze Runner. I also watched Teen Wolf a little too late in my life for me to be watching Teen Wolf, but that was actually his debut role, which I didn't know. He talked a little bit about that. He stayed after the screening and gave a hilarious interview. I think he was caught off guard by the fact that he had to do that, and it was really funny and sweet. The film was really quirky and original and carried this, like, beautiful message about love, loss, and loneliness. It also wasn't what I was expecting at all. I knew I wanted to see this film from seeing some of the branding online, seeing Dylan O'Brien, and so I purposefully kind of didn't really consume anything else about it. I didn't want to know what it was about. I just knew I wanted to watch it. And And so I was a little shocked by the twist. I'm not going to reveal it. I actually think that you would enjoy this and that you should watch it once you get the chance. But Dylan attended the festival for the Q&A after the film, and he actually shared some troubles that he and James had financing the film, which I found really interesting and perplexing, but also like kind of inspiring if we're going to keep throwing out words here. They heard apparently hundreds of no's over the course of a couple of years for this script. James, I believe, wrote it and was planning to direct it. I don't know if from the get he was planning to act in it, but he had Dylan with him. Like I said, an award-winning actor, so you would think that would help, but they heard hundreds of no's, which is crazy to me. But they knew that this was a story that like deserved to be made, and they didn't give up on it. And for lack of a better words, like that's awesome. That's so awesome, and I'm so glad that this was able to hit screens. It's amazing, and I can't believe so many people passed on it. It was
Well,
great.
think about how many people passed on Stranger Things. They're probably really mad right about now.
Oh my gosh, I bet they're pissed.
I would be so mad.
I'd be
Like-
so mad. I mean, it's $40 a Funko Pop, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. Was Logan Lerman in this?
No,
Okay, so I thought he was in this.
I kind of thought so too.
I told my dad about it, okay? And my dad proceeds to Google both of these actors. And he starts off and he's like, I don't think they look alike. And then I think he started going back and forth between tabs or something because he went, wait.
I don't think they look that much.
I
alike.
think they look so much alike. Like, I get them confused constantly.
I don't think they look that much alike. I think one of the things that like makes them seem more similar is because in like the same era they were like Maze Runner and Percy Jackson guys.
This is true. I still think I'm gonna stand by it, and Dave agrees with me.
I don't see it really. I feel like if anything, like Dylan O'Brien kind of has this unique, almost like Shia LaBeouf-ish look about him, young Shia LaBeouf.
But Logan Lerman looks like that when he has a beard.
I guess I haven't seen a lot of Logan Lerman with a beard other than when I'm stalking his Instagram. Hey, Logan. Well,
Moving on.
moving on to I Love L.A. And you know what? I love L.A. That's what I have to say. JK, I have a lot more. Rachel Sennett has done it again. I have a great deal of love and reverence for everything she does. I think she's a genius, and I think she's beautiful. This was exactly as good as you would expect from her because she's just great. I Love LA it's hilarious, it's entertaining, it's well casted, it's stacked. First of all,
High key. Did not expect it until it started, and I was like, oh.
yes, it was also very well costumed. I remember the interviewer giving compliments to the costumer via Rachel at the Q&A, and I just like have to agree. It was really well done. There are just so many reasons to be impressed with this show, and I'm really excited to watch the rest of the episodes. We got to watch 1 and 2 early at the film fest.
We did. So we can't say much, like, legally.
I know. I think episode 1 is out.
I don't know.
I saw it today when I was watching The Chair Company.
Oh, okay, so it is out. All right. Well, I will say easy to make the wardrobe look good when it's all hot people.
True.
I'm just saying.
True.
I
I'll give you
would watch Rachel Sennett read her grocery list. I'm not gonna lie. I think she's so cool and awesome, and like I could just like watch her do whatever. But I especially love bottoms. That's like, come on, so
Yes.
good.
Have you seen Shiva Baby?
That's on my list towards the top.
Yes,
Like-
I watched that on a plane. I was stressed.
Yeah, I've heard it's very stressful.
It's very
I saw
good though.
a clip from it and it made me stressed. A 2-minute clip for one of my classes. But I wish Josh Hutcherson was there. I think he was
my gosh,
supposed to be
He was
there.
supposed to be. I heard that his flight was canceled due to weather.
Oh,
Same with somebody else, I believe.
okay. Weird.
I know that freaking stinks. Shout
Well-
out Josh Hutcherson.
I learned today there are a lot of like cancellations happening, government shutdown related. which makes me nervous.
didn't even know
I'm
that.
flying home. She's flying too.
I got places to be.
We both have places to be, so I guess wish us luck.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, Josh Hutcherson was absolutely perfect for his role in a way that I didn't expect. Not that I thought he was going to be bad, but just to me, he's so Peter Malark. He's so Michael from FNAF. Like, it's actually really nice to see him get a break for once. A psychological break.
Yeah, something a little silly.
Some a little silly. Like, it's so nice to see him in this comedic role, and he does such a good job. And as
What
this, like,
a wonderful, nice boyfriend.
oh my gosh. And like, okay, so I'm calling my boyfriend after this, and I'm just telling him about Film Fest and telling him secrets. But hey, Rachel Sennett, you did not make me sign an NDA.
True.
I'm telling him how it went, and I'm like, he reminds me so much of you. He's so sweet. He's so supportive. He's happy to be there.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to be the first one to bring it up.
No, I thought it too. And then he's kind of looking at me like, do you think I'm a dog? Like, just like happy to be
No.
there. But it's like, no, you don't get it. We'll have to watch it.
Yeah, it's just it's very similar vibe, especially like it's just like surprising how lovely they are, which is also same to your boyfriend.
Aw.
Shout out.
Shout out Jaden.
But like it was like very surprising to even watch something like I Love LA and not have a man have a detrimental flaw. Like something where you're like, I can't even talk to you anymore.
Right. We have the rest of the season left, but I really hope they don't do him like that.
I hope not.
They
oh my
better not.
God. They might. I
They
don't
better
know.
not.
I really enjoyed it. After 2 episodes, again, I'm not sure it's my cup of tea. I'm really not. Maybe I need to just give it more of a chance. It's not something I would watch like unprompted. Like
Sure.
just turn on, you know. Even though I love
I
Rachel
would.
Sennett. I love Rachel Sennett. So like I guess that maybe that would prompt me to turn it on. I don't know. It didn't hit home. Not saying it's not objectively good. It's an objectively
Oh, for
great
sure.
show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just do not know if I was rocking with it. But again, I'm willing to give it another chance.
And you will, because it will be playing in the living room.
Yeah, duh.
Via me.
Yeah. We also saw another show at this same screening.
Yes, double creature feature
Mhm.
with Welcome to Derry.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. I think Pennywise being a military secret is like wild, but you could also commit psychological warfare using Bill Skarsgård on me too.
That's crazy. She wrote that down in the notes and I saw it and I was like, wow.
You're like, wow, is she really gonna say that? And I did. I actually just read it.
She did. Oh. But I mean, I think I liked it. I loved. There was a very terrifying scene, which I don't think this is out yet either. So I don't think I could
should I
say too
check?
much.
Because I want to say
But
stuff.
there was a very
I think it's out.
terrifying scene, especially in a movie theater.
Ooh. Yeah,
it-
that one is meant to be watched on your 4K TV.
Yeah,
That was a
I
lot.
kind of liked it. I liked how inescapable it was in a theater. That's what I kind of like about watching horror in a theater.
Let's
Is
see.
like,
It is out. We can talk about it.
okay, so
Glorious.
so y'all go watch it and then come back. I'm kidding. I don't know. Do whatever you want.
Be who you
but
are.
there's a scene where this girl has like
Ronnie.
trauma because Ronnie, is that her name?
Yeah.
Okay. She has trauma because her mother died during childbirth, and they play with it in such a way that is absolutely horrific and horrifying, but I thought it was fun to watch as a person who is a very big fan of horror. Just like because it was so nasty, but in a way that didn't cross a personal line for me. I don't like body horror. You know this. The Substance
know
low-key might have been my max. Like
Yeah.
it was a really tough watch for me. I don't know what it is, but this was fine for me, digestible, and I do love like the horror of Pennywise. I'm a big fan of the It movies. I actually really like them.
Yeah,
and I
for
was
sure.
excited for this series, and I'll probably still watch it. But Sarah told me I didn't watch this part of the first episode. I watched most of the first episode, but they did another horrific birth scene, which to me is like a little bit repetitive, and then it kind of threw me off because I was like, wait, a man wrote and directed this. That's kind of a little weird.
Yeah. There was a team of writers which did include some women, but I think to
Okay.
me, So yes, we watched the episode 2 premiere in the theater, and like just to backtrack for a sec, we didn't know that actually. Then
We didn't know it was a second episode. They didn't say it.
beforehand either,
So
and
it
so
was
I
a
think
little confusing.
yes, we both came in thinking this was going to be the pilot, but they showed this kind of like previously on type of reel, and then we're watching it, and I'm whispering to Rain, I'm like, this like doesn't fully make sense, and you're like, I don't know, I kind of get it, like trying to defend it, and I'm like, yeah, but this is like not very good writing if this is the first episode. Like they're treating us like we should know something, and then at the end they come out and they're like, you just watched episode 2 of Welcome to Derry, and I'm like,
We
that
were
makes
both
sense.
like, oh.
Based on the
right.
murmuring going on in the theater, I have a feeling a lot of people thought it was going to be the pilot.
Yeah. And it was definitely interesting because the pilot, like, spoiler alert, but they kill a lot of people in the pilot. I won't say who, but a lot of people died in the pilot.
And I think that's why they showed the second episode, is so
Yeah.
that they could have the cast
Right,
come in.
yeah, that's-
Because I
yeah.
mean, truthfully, spoiler alert, click away if you like. 2 seconds later from now, they kill the whole cast in the pilot.
Almost, yeah, besides 2 people.
So I think to in order to bring the cast on for the Film Fest press
Yeah.
tour, they had to show episode 2.
I respected it, though. It made it a lot more high stakes, which I appreciated.
No, absolutely.
Just because, like, I feel, because that's, like, the vibe you get from Game of Thrones, too. Anyone
Oh,
could
yeah.
die. After the Red Wedding, I'm concerned for everyone's life, okay?
yeah.
Freaky, scary. I was like, dang, he's too hot to die. And then he did.
What can you do?
What was his name again? I forget.
I forget.
I forget. I haven't watched Game of Thrones in a while, but he was the hot one, the hot brother. Not Jon Snow.
What was his name?
What were Stark? Okay, let's start there.
Well,
and I forget.
Rob.
Yes.
Rob.
Yep.
Rest in peace, Rob Stark.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so we watched the episode 2 premiere, and then the next day I watched episode 1, and I was a little shocked to see that they did in fact do 2 traumatic birth scenes, by putting one in the first episode. It made sense for Ronnie's character because she had that specific trauma of her mother passing away during childbirth. It makes sense for Pennywise to tap into that because that's like what Pennywise does, is he like taps into your fears and makes them come to life. And,
Exactly.
but in the first one, they just didn't have to do it that way. So I guess that's how like the demon baby that kills everybody is born. Spoiler. Oh my god. But I just think that there were other avenues they could have taken with that, especially if they knew they were going to do that scene with Ronnie, because doing it twice, like, it makes me feel like a man wrote this. It makes me feel like a man can't rationalize anything more horrific and disgusting than birth, and it always becomes this punching bag for them, where it's like body horror, but it's actually just women doing really natural, normal woman things,
Right.
like giving birth.
Yeah, our roommate put it in a really good way where she was like, men can't conceptualize birth alone being something that's really hard to go through. So they
And
had to
traumatizing.
add that extra element. And it's just, yeah. It doesn't sit well when you do it twice. When you do
No.
it once, cool. All right? Cool.
It
I-
didn't have to
cool.
have shark
It's-
teeth, but it did.
Well, it freaked me out a little, and I liked it. Okay, I like
Fair
when I
enough.
get a little spooked. Okay, that's why I love horror movies.
I'll give you that.
But yeah, I mean, it just that part felt a little weird, but you know, I'll still watch it. Maybe.
I'll probably
I'll
finish this season.
Yeah,
We'll see.
it'll come out slowly. Gosh,
I know we're back to that in some ways. That's a good thing, but
good and bad.
in other ways,
Bad for me, good for hype and other stuff.
Yeah, gets to talk about it all month, like Euphoria. That was crazy. I feel like every day of high school it was like, did you see the new Euphoria episode yet?
Yeah, that was it. It really took over, and also, 18 still feels too young to be watching Euphoria.
Let's not even get into Euphoria. Actually, I take back what I said. Let's just move on.
Should not have watched that in high school.
Maybe not. Everyone was doing it though. What can you say? If my
That's
friends
true.
jump off a cliff, I'm jumping too.
All the cool kids were doing it.
All the cool kids were doing it. Exactly. I do want to talk about some of the other things that Film Fest offers. coffee talks, panels, and pop-ups are things that are offered to everyone attending the film fest. Panels take tickets, whereas pop-ups and coffee talks usually take place off campus somewhere. A lot of ums coming out in this sentence. But master classes, which I unfortunately didn't get to attend any because I was going really hard on the coffee talks and the
Same.
pop-ups.
Plus, I had class in the morning all the time, and a lot of the master classes were in the morning.
Yeah, usually like before noonish. Master classes are for students only, but these coffee talks and panels and pop-ups, I attended a week's worth of coffee talks at the Drayton, and I shook hands with, I even wrote some people down. Hikari, Leslie Headland, Reese Feldman, Charlie Pollinger, and Josh Horowitz, to name a few. And like, it was just such an exhausting week attending every pop-up and coffee talk I could get my hands on. Like, I was in the hotel for just like 6 hours at a time, like dehydrated. But like, despite the difficulties, it was such an amazing like opportunity. I handed my business card to at least as many industry professionals as I just listed, but definitely more. I even got a 2-hour conversation with Leslie Headland herself and a couple of other students who lingered around to speak to her, and she gave us like this really wonderful advice, like specific advice to each one of us about the things we were working on. She's like, "What are you making?" and gave me the opportunity to like pitch something I had written, and she was like, "That's amazing. Here's what I would do. This is why I love it. Here's what I want more of." Like this really awesome conversation where she also extended her email to film students, and it was worth every early morning and late night. Like next year I'm probably going to hit it even harder, and it's going to be both so terrible and so rewarding. And so if you are a student or not, an alum, someone attending the festival, what have you, I can't recommend enough taking advantage of all of the opportunities that this film festival is giving to you.
It's very unique opportunities.
Absolutely.
As well. This doesn't happen anywhere else pretty much.
No, not really.
It's really crazy. I only went to like one of those like pop-up things. And Sarah told me the night before, and I actually started having a freak out. I got really anxious, and I was like, am I actually going to go? And then as I was walking there, I was like, I really hope this is fake because I'm freaking out. Autumn Deroth Arkpaw, she is the cinematographer for Sinners, and as soon as the credits rolled and I saw her name and I was like, that sounds like a lady's name, I followed her on Instagram, and then I was immediately obsessed with her. So it's been a while since I've been following her, and I've done a case study on her, and I just try and look for as many female cinematographers as I possibly can to kind of like look up to, and I never would have imagined she would have shown up at SCAD Film Festival and not like me to get up the gall to introduce myself, but I did. I was one of the last people in line, overthinking it, and then literally all I said was just, "Hey, I love you so much. I've been following you on Instagram for a while. It means a lot to me that you came and that you said all this stuff." Very out of character for me, I'm not gonna lie. So can't believe I did it, but I was freaking out. I think I shook her hand, but I forgot everything I said pretty much.
Probably for the best.
Probably for the best. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I said
sure
basically nothing. It was not impactful at all.
You don't know that. I'm sure everybody who came up just to say thank you, like that kind of thing is what she's going to remember and is going to get her to come back and do these sorts of things with people like us.
Yeah, and I hope she does. She's freaking awesome. She was amazing.
Yeah.
Her advice that she had to give was amazing. And her advice literally like kind of encouraged me to go introduce myself to her, because she was like, stop thinking you're the least experienced person in the room. Stop thinking you don't deserve stuff because you think you don't know enough. And that's what I was thinking. I was like, why would I go introduce myself? That's crazy. Like, what do I have to give her? Like, that's wild. And like everybody else in this room is so much more experienced than me. Like, she probably wants to hear from them. And then I was like, wait, I'm actually not listening to the advice she literally just gave me. But she was so lovely, and I can't believe that happened, actually. Maybe next year, my other favorite person who did the cinematography for Severance will be here. Jessica Lee Gagne, I think is how you say her last
yes.
name. Yeah.
No, she's super cool. I don't know. We'll have to look out for TV Fest. I want to do
Yeah.
TV Fest hard as well. I would
That
love
would
the
be really
opportunity.
cool.
Go all the way to Atlanta.
Yeah. I mean, they don't frequently have a lot of cinematography people as well. So it was an extra special opportunity there. Of low expectations for TV Fest if they have any cinematography people.
We gotta manifest it hard.
I know. I want more camera people. I want to hear from them. I love listening to directors as well because they always obviously have a hand in that. But I would love to hear just about it. That's it.
I know. I think that's great that I don't know. I'm so proud of you, and I'm really glad that you got that moment this film fest.
Thanks.
It made it all worth it, huh?
Yeah. I was stressed
Yeah.
though. I was stressed.
I know.
But I called everybody I knew afterwards and I was like, guess what I did, guys?
Guess what?
But anyways, conclusions. We've gone. This is long.
This is a long one. Thank
Yeah.
you for sticking with us.
Yeah.
I think my final words have to go out to my friend Drew, who straight up saw 23 feature-length films this year at SFF.
Mildly psychotic behavior, but I respect it deeply.
He was so chipper. Every time I saw him in lines, he was always early, and on Halloween he wore a sick Batman costume. So shout out Drew.
If I was not chronically ill, that would be so me.
No real. Next
But-
year we'll figure it out. I'll carry
Yeah.
around little salt packets for
Yeah.
you.
My conclusion, just I burned myself out to a crisp. I'm feeling it this week. But it's all worth it. It's a wonderful experience. It's very unique. It's worth putting your all into to get what you can out of it. And it's like I didn't even know about this when I applied to this school and started coming here, and then they were like, we have a film festival. I was like, what?
Right.
I was like, what do you mean Kieran Culkin's coming here?
Kieran Culkin.
That one felt crazy. Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley as well. I was like, why are they here?
Why are they there then?
It's just like I didn't know it was that big of a deal. So it's just a really lovely experience, and I'm excited for next year.
Absolutely. We'll do it even harder.
Yeah, we will. Thanks for watching.
And listening.
This has been Room Tone with Raine.
And Sarah.